Hello. Welcome back. Today is chapter 2 day. So let's go ahead and go back to chapter 2. Let me find it real quick. Not here. Here we go. Last night we ended right here. We ended off right here, and we will be starting chapter 2 now. Oh, cool artwork. All right, so chapter 2 starts off with the Empire State Building, or the Statue of Liberty. Then, in the very next panel, there is the Empire State Building. And some birds, I guess, flying someplace. February, which is what this chapter is on. Alright. And so, now we got Peter in his full costume, web slinging. And with, I believe, one of his kids saying, I don't know. Peter's kids are in a conversation. I don't think it's real, his son is saying to his sister. Of course it's real. I'm looking at it. That's actually not made. That doesn't mean it's real. It's easy to fake stuff like this. It's CGI, Photoshop, whatever. The brother is telling his sister, Dad, Richard says this isn't real. What do you think? She asks Peter, her dad. And he replies, well, I remember when you used to think unicorns were real, and she snaps back at her dad. Unicorns are real. Her dad says, right, exactly. So why do you care what he thinks? Oh, that's funny. And she says, because this guy is scary and I don't like it. So I guess to them, Spider-Man's a little scary. Hey, reasonable. Peter is, in a way, comforting his daughter right now by saying, oh well, in that case, I trust your brother, kiddo. He's pretty smart. While this is happening, MJ comes in the room with Peter still talking to his daughter. I'm sure it's nothing to be scared of. And MJ says, what are we scared of? He says, Photoshop. Then MJ says, tell me about it. And now, the next page is MJ talking to Peter. And she's saying, okay guys, I gotta run. New client meeting at 10 and 2:30. The sitter should be here in an hour, but you know how she is. Could be longer. MJ is saying, not a problem, MJ. I've got it covered. And to her response, great, call me if you need me. Or I guess that's a question she's saying it as. So great, call me if you need me. Or something like that, I don't know. And Peter's saying, will do. And hey, good luck. MJ is saying, thanks. She said, thanks. Hey, Peter? Yeah. Peter responds back, have you been working out? Interesting, she notices that. And then he replies, maybe a little. The humor of Spider-Man is the best. Ooh, here we go. Starting a little action here. I suppose, I guess. I'm assuming this is like Spider-Man training himself to be Spider-Man, I guess. We shall see. Alright, now the next page has Spider-Man thinking to himself, I don't want to be dramatic or anything, but over the past few weeks, I've changed a lot. He's looking quite angry in this one. Along with an increase appetite. Oh, that's the word, appetite. Seriously, I'm eating like 10,000 calories a day and a decreased need for sleep. I've become, and I honestly don't know how else to describe it beyond, well, sticky. And that's not all. Ooh. Mind you, what I just read, he was on the side of a building. I'm also strong, really strong. Well, yeah, he really is. A school bus. You can pick up a school bus. I mean, that's nothing really to Spider-Man. You can pick up to 10 tons. Oh, yeah, and then we see a little more web slinging action. And I'm super agile. My reaction times and understanding of spectacular awareness are off the charts. But I do have one problem. Boom! Crashes into a water tower. The very next panel. And he's talking to himself and he's saying, after 2 weeks of practice, I'm still not great at stopping. Which does have a little something to do with the final change I've noticed about myself. I could take a beating, a serious beating. Could come in handy. He's, I guess, still trying to get used to the whole Spider-Man thing, since he didn't get his powers until he was way later in age, I guess. But very good, like, sort of training himself type of scene. I'm very happy about that. Alright, so the next panel is at like a steam bath house, it seems like. Alright, Russian Turkish baths. So I'm assuming yes. This is Jonah talking to Ben Parker. You want to hear something crazy, Ben? I was thinking about it, and I've had a cup of coffee for breakfast every day for the past, has to be 25 years. Yeah? This is Jonah and Uncle Ben talking. Yeah, no apple juice. Sure. Because you're not 5. No orange juice, no plain glass of water, and nothing to eat. Just coffee for 25 years. That's not very healthy. Do you think it's possible? Do you think it's possible? Is there any chance that it's bad for me? If I say yes, are you going to stop? Of course not. Then no, Jonah. I don't think it's bad for you. I knew it. Oh man. It's starting to get a little more steamy, I guess. So I think I've got something. Ben is talking to Jonah. Yeah, Jonah replies. There was another attempt on Fisk last night. Go on. So it seems like there was an assassination attempt on Wilson Fisk. Really interesting. This time, it came from inside the building. Oh, Ben saying. They say that place is like a black hole. Nothing escapes it. No light, no sound. Yeah, Ben replies. So how do you manage to hear about it? Jonah is asking him. Big explosions, building codes. Someone inside lost their nerve, hit the panic button. Whatever a call went out, and the cops showed up. One of the first responders owed me a favor. Jonah says back, oh, I do love it when people owe us favors. Anyways, Ben continues. Fisk's security ended up keeping the police away from the actual scene, but they did get into the building and got a look at the security footage. So Jonah asks a question. So that's what, 3 attempts in 3 weeks? That we know of. And it's the same guy? Unless there's more than one lunatic flying around in green armor blowing stuff up, yeah, same guy, Ben replies. Jonah and Ben continue their conversation. Well, that shows some serious determination, Jonah says. Or a serious vendetta. Think we're going to read about it in the Bugle? Ben replies. You mean, will the dirty money behind paper let the paper do a story about the dirty goings on of said dirty money? I tell you, I'm shocked, Ben. Shocked to report there's no reporting going on here, Jonah says to Ben. You see what they did run today? Ben says. A weirdo in a black suit swinging through the city? Yeah, I saw it. Hell of a picture by Peter, by the way, Jonah says. Yeah, Ben says back. So why didn't he give it to us? Jonah says. Because technically we're not open yet. There's also the small matter of him not working for us, Ben says. And he never will if he keeps that up. Jonah says back. I'm so used to Jonah demanding photos from Peter Parker about Spider-Man. Bring me photos of Spider-Man. But this Jonah seems more calmer. Unless you want to talk about the first time that him and Ben were introduced in this book. Okay. Sorry, I just had to throw my Spider-Man fan out there, my knowledge of the character. So we got 2 guys in masks, and no one knows who they are. One gets the front page, the other gets buried. Ben is telling Jonah. That's right. One's a distraction, the other's a story, Jonah replies. And then they just look at each other in the steam hot bath, I guess. Very awkward silence. And then Ben says, want to get to work? Jonah says, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Ben gets up and he says, we still need a name. And then Jonah gets up saying, I know, I'm working on it. And now, we're back to some good stuff. We're back to Peter still training himself. Back to this. You know it's good when you start reading Spider-Man pages. Alright, so Peter's basically still talking to himself. Which, let's be honest, that's always his personality. He talks to himself. If the life you had stolen from you... If the life you had stolen from you 20 years ago was suddenly given back to you, are you obliterated to try and relive some version of it? So here's an essential question. He's web slinging through the city, doing air tricks. Because if you did feel like you had to relive that life, wouldn't you just be 20 years behind the curve for forever or something like that? I guess Peter's starting to question the frame of time that he was supposed to have his powers, I guess. He says out loud, stick the landing. I think it's sort of a thing that he does in regular comics anyways. He'll say what he needs to say out loud, even if he's not talking to anybody. And now we're back in Peter's head. I mean, I'm a smart guy, but I have no idea what I'm supposed to do now. The world is different. I'm different. He says out loud, Wolf, I did it. Nice. He looks over his shoulder. If only there was a sign. Huh? Ah, he notices someone. Oh, it seems to be the Shocker. This is why I love Spider-Man. Let me guess. Lost your keys? He's asking Shocker. Ah! Shocker got spooked, I guess. Got accidentally locked on the roof? This right here, this is why I love Spider-Man. His humor is just perfect. He continues talking to Shocker. Or are you maybe trying to break into the bank below? Shocker looks at Spider-Man, stares at him silently and says, What are you supposed to be? That's not what Spider-Man is saying. It's amazing that you asked me that, because I was just having the same discussion with myself. Shocker looks at him. What? You know what I'm supposed to be? I'll admit, I'm struggling with it, but, well, I saw you and what you were doing, and I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be the guy who stops people like you. Spider-Man is talking to Shocker. Ever done anything like that before? Shocker asks him. He looks at Shocker and he says, No, first time. This is very weird. But this is his first time being Spider-Man in this universe, so I wonder if they're going to make a TV series out of this. I mean, not a cartoon, well, maybe, but like a different Ultimate Spider-Man. Since this is very much way different. Well, you're a natural at it, Shocker says. Thanks, Spider-Man replies. You're welcome, Shocker says. Back. So I guess I'll go home now. Clearly whatever I had planned was wrong. And I'd like to thank you for stopping me before I did something I regret. Shocker says. Wait, seriously? Yes, seriously. Oh, excuse me. The Shocker continues to talk. I didn't want to do this. I'm just desperate. But there's always another way, right? So I want to thank you for what you've done here today for stopping me. I owe you. Anytime. Or Spider-Man says back, sure, anytime, Mr. Ooh, Shocker releases, get this, shockwaves. Just call me the Shocker. First time that Peter's felt this sort of pain. He gets knocked off the building and he lands in a garbage can. Oh, Peter says. Yeah, that's definitely more than an ow, in my opinion. You're falling off a building and then you land in trash. That stuff hurts. So now it's later on. Peter is crawling, I guess, to his apartment. Oh no, he's crawling over the ledge to his apartment. Okay. So he goes to a fridge and I guess he's just talking out loud now. I can't believe I fell for that. Oh, he grabbed ice cream. Let's be friends, Peter's mumbling to himself. Idiot. And I don't know what he's like. He's sitting down on his couch eating ice cream. And now he's looking up and he's staring at something. Oh, he's staring at his daughter. Maydate looks very scared, but at the same time mad. his daughter is sniffing. Peter says, "Oh boy." And she starts crying. She starts sobbing. I don't know how to make sobbing noises. I know how to do, that sniffing stuff, but I don't know how to sob really good. Here we go. Peter basically quickly takes off his mask. I don't know, is this a symbiote suit or nanobots? I don't think it's symbiote because there would be a white spider. Peter's, I guess, in a way comforting his daughter. "May! Oh God, shh, it's me. It's okay, it's Dad." His daughter replies, "Dad?" "Yeah, Dad?" "Shh, yes, it's me, May." "Why are you dressed up like that guy?" His daughter asks him a very reasonable question. "What if I told you he dresses like me?" "What?" his daughter replies. This is pretty fun. I like reading to you guys. This is cool. "I am that guy, May. I got bit by this special spider and it gave me powers and..." May interrupts. "You got bit by a magic spider?" "Sure." "Which is why you never have to be afraid of him. The costume. Me. I'm sorry I scared you. Come here." Just saying. Peter's a great dad if he has to, he's explaining all this to his daughter very well. She sad sniffs. "Are you still crying?" Peter says. "No, you smell bad." That's funny. "That's because I was in a dumpster. I was going to be mad." Still got that 15-year-old Peter Parker in him, even though he's way older than that now. "I'm going to take a shower." What's with his daughter's face? That's not what I mean. "I know. I plan on telling her, but not just yet. What do you say we wait and tell her and Richard later? For now, just for a little while. This will be our little secret deal." "Maybe," his daughter replies. "Can I bribe you with some ice cream?" "Yes, but Dad?" "Yeah?" "I still don't like the costume." Maybe this is where Peter decides to craft his own sort of new costume with the red and blue. Maybe. We'll see. I'm excited for that. He agrees with his daughter by saying, "Maybe we can do something about that." So the next panel, or the next page, is Wilson Fisk. I'm quite interested in how Fisk plays in the story. "What is this?" Fisk, while looking at, I guess, a tablet. Or at this transition, Monsieur Britain. Oh, guess it wasn't Fisk on this one, but I don't know this character. I guess I'll just find it. To me, every guy character has a very unique way of talking. So I'm assuming this guy is. I'm assuming he's evil. So I'm gonna kind of. "And what exactly do you need that for?" Kind of gives off that vibe too. "I'm currently under siege by some mask-wearing vigilante. It has been very public and very loud, and it serves us to eclipse that noise with an even louder one. So I am giving the people a better story to follow. No, that's not the game being played, Mr. Fisk. The game being played is giving them nothing and make them like it. Ooh, some villainy type stuff. And as for what serves us, you serve us, myself, and my fellow partners. This guy seems to look like, I guess he's missing an eye. From right here, this guy. Oh, sorry. Lighting is a little. Yeah, this guy right here seems to be, I guess, missing an eye or something. We have divided this world amongst us, and after that, we have decided it further and gifted people like you your little kingdoms. Oh, I guess he's more superior than Fisk in this universe or something. And so you get to play king, Mr. Fisk, for as long as you can hold on to your kingdom. This is not some normal man who plays by the normal rules. He is powerful, maybe more powerful than you imagined. But it's not me. I see the full measure of my land and the full measure of the enemy at my walls, because I do not play king. I am one. Fisk replies. Then act like it. You've been given great resources. The guy replies. I have no idea what his character's name is. So until I figure out what his name is, or until someone in the book says his name, I'll just be calling him the guy. That could, I think next to him is Nick Fury, maybe? I don't know, we'll figure it out more later. I suggest you use them. Still talking to Fisk. Now, later on, Peter is texting his wife. In this little panel here, we see his phone and he says, "Hey, how's it going?" Or, I think it could be him or MJ. But either way, the next text says, "Oh, you know." And we see Peter on this like stone statue with a bunch of webs going around it. Oh, okay, so the blue is MJ. Normal. MJ takes a photo of her and their kids. Almost home? No, still working. Everything all right? The reason I'm not using a girl voice is because this is text. So, blue is MJ, gray is Peter. Yeah, just sometimes just something I didn't finish yesterday that needs taken care of, so I might be late. Don't feel like you have to wait up. You need your sleep. Sleep? What's that? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So, Peter sees the second photo that MJ sent, and it's more of a close-up of her face and their kids. Peter looks down, smiling, and then quickly puts on a mask. You know, when Peter starts putting on his mask, you know stuff is about to go down. Let's see. Oh, and I was right. So, shocker. I guess either this is a different bank or the same bank. I don't know. But this one he was successful in getting, I guess. Bingo. He looks down at the money. Shocker. He looks down at the money. Quite a lot of money. Interesting amount he got. I think that's a lot of hundreds. So I'm not even going to. Just a bunch of $100 bills. Hey there. Fancy us running into each other again. Peter, or Spider-Man, tells Shocker. Yeah, how's that happen? Shocker looks at Spider-Man. And I guess Spider-Man's being a little cocky here because the way his position is, it's just ordinary Spider-Man. You know what they call something that someone does at the same time every single day, right? A habit. And you got some bad habits, mister. Yeah, well, who doesn't? Shocker smashes the ground and electrifies, I guess, some of the ground, I guess, or the rooftop. So they're not on the ground, but they're on the roof. Ooh, Peter spins a web. Good try, he tells Shocker. Oh, Shocker gets web on his face. But not good enough. This is real interesting. Who are you? Shocker asks. Oh, come on. We've covered this already. He punches him in the gut. A little bit of blood comes out of his mouth. Alright, there. This entire thing is, what's the word? Peak. I'm the guy who stops people like you. I guess Shocker is trying to catch his breath. I think you broke my ribs. Sorry about that. Don't know my own strength. My wife. It's my wife. She's dying. We don't have money, and so we can't pay for the treatments she needs. She needs this, so I don't have any other choice. Shocker, I guess, is trying to beg for his life. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Oh, I'm sorry. I can't imagine what that must... Wait, is that true? Excuse me. What do you think? Shocker replies. Are these Iron Man gloves that he's wearing? Because it looks like Iron Man gloves to me. Right here. Oh, right here, this panel. It looks like Iron Man gloves to me. Can't know until later on in the story, right? We'll figure it out. Peter says, oh man, not again. Gets electrified, or gets electrocuted, I guess. And boom, he gets tossed again in the garbage. At this point, you might as well start making that his habit. Dumping into trash cans. Shocker looks down at that, smirks, blasts off. Then we see a figure leaping. It turns out to be the Green Goblin. So later on, Peter arrives home again. So in the last few days, I've not only managed to get my butt kicked twice, but I also accidentally revealed my secret identity to my kid. Worse than that, I scared her. Not good, Peter. Not good at all. Face it, you might not be cut out for this. Peter notices something on the fridge. It seems to be a letter from his kid. Dad, I drew a picture of your spider. I hope you like it. You're the best. Love, May. Peter looks down at it, smiling. Or maybe I'll give it one more day. Well, folks, that is the end of chapter 2. I am very, very happy to be reading this stuff to you. Tomorrow we will read chapter 3. And it looks pretty interesting so far, just by this little cover art, I guess, for chapter 3. Maybe this is the when we see Peter actually get his red and blue suit. Who knows? Well, all right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day and keep being safe. Till next time.